palpable. We're inching closer to the all-important fight for the playoffs. The Titans on the right side of a result last night. We're ready here, just like that. Day 50 of season 11. And for the Giants, it's now or never. It's all or nothing. It's do or die for the Gujarat Giants as they fight for survival. Yet another important clash as they take on the boys from Mumbai. Currently a spot at number 2 up for grabs. They're looking good, are you, Mumbai? Coach Sunil Kumar, Captain Sunil Kumar and Kuman Singh. The Giants against the U Mumbai. That is game number 1, and game number 2 is a big one. Devang Dalal and the Patna Pirates against Arjun Deshwal and the Jaipur Pink Panthers. 2 big raiders with plenty at stake. Is it the season where we get to see Devang Dalal make the headlines, or will this man come in his way? It's green versus pink. It's the Pirates against the Panthers. We're ready for another day from the Palewadi Sports Complex in Pune. Navneet Krishna here in the company of Suren Sundaram.
Good evening, Nav. What a day we have in store. U Mumbai Gujarat Giants, forget the head-to-head. In this West Coast battle, both these sides with playoff dreams will want to take a step further. And the Patna Pirates and the Jaipur Pink Panthers, they've won championships. Their head-to-head record is the same, but it'll probably boil down to these two, how they perform. We have seen in the past how crucial they are to their team's fortunes. On one side, you got the juggernaut of Devang Dalal. On the other, you got the ever-resilient Arjun Deshwal. It's match time. The Pirates up against the Pink Panthers.
They have the raid machine. The Panthers are looking lean and mean, ready to bounce on the opposition. Please welcome Jaipur Pink Panthers.
For a team this solid, their position on the points table doesn't do justice. The Jaipur Pink Panthers have had a few issues, especially with personnel, but more importantly, for the Panthers, they know that this is the business end. They need to hit the right gears if they want to take a spot in that top 6 and move to the playoffs. And when we take a look at the Dream 11 starting 7, consistency has never been the issue. In the last 5 games, they've had 2 victories and a tie, than those 2 losses. And taking a look at the Dream 11 starting 7, barring Arjun Deshwal, everybody has shown that consistency, especially that defense. Surjit and Reza Mir Bagheri, and then of course Arjun Deshwal needs no introduction. Neeraj Narwal has stepped up as the support raider. It's time you make your own team as well. Here comes the big man. How will the Patna Pirates be feeling after that defeat against the Steelers? We'll find out.
The Green Gang that has taken the world of Kabaddi by storm, sailing through in the rough waters. Please welcome Patna Pirates!
He's a bona fide wrecking machine, is Devang Dalal. The man's made the headlines and has by far been the biggest surprise in season 11. The Patna Pirates have an opportunity to go to number 2 on the table. Now, how many of them gave this team a chance at the start of the season? They have surprised one and all, and the combination of Devang Dalal and Ayan Lojab have taken everyone by surprise. A couple of losses, a couple of wins, a ties. It's been a roller coaster ride for them, but for the most part, it's been mighty impressive. Dream 11 starting 7, Devang, Ayan. Surprisingly, there is no Sandeep. Deepak, Navdeep comes in, Shubham Shinde, Arkam Sheikh and Ankit. But when it comes to the Panthers, it's a one-man army. He's keeping the Panthers afloat. Player to watch out for, Arjun Deshwal.
And when you've got the number 1 raider in the mix for the Patna Pirates, it's got to be the Dream 11 player to watch out for. He's got over 200 raid points. How many could he add tonight? That's the clash for a Sunday evening, and it can't get better than this. Devang Dalal versus the raid machine, Arjun Deshwal. But for a moment, I just want to talk about Devang Dalal, of what he's gone through in that previous game, getting a yellow card, his team losing that game against the top-ranked side, the Haryana Steelers. And in spite of that, Devang Dalal got a Super 10. But the coin went up a few moments ago. The first trade possibly could be Devang Dalal for the Patna Pirates.
Line drawn. Game on. Kabaddi.
कबड्डी 9 कबड्डी 8 कबड्डी 7 कबड्डी 6 कबड्डी 5 कबड्डी 4 कबड्डी 3 कबड्डी 2 कबड्डी 1 कबड्डी
Right, here we go. The Panthers versus the Pirates. Arjun versus Devang. It's pink versus green, and it's going to be Devang Dalal to go first. We're probably seeing two of the best raiders in the game this season, at least, on display in this game. So what can we expect? Ankush Rathi says, listen, you might be a good raider. Tonight's going to be a tough night for you.
That's been the story for the Jaipur Pink Panthers. So much success from those corners. The first successful tackle of this first half, celebrated by Shriram Finance. Devang Dalal has been sent off to the bench. How does the skip for Jaipur Pink Panthers fare in his first trade? They got a tie in the previous encounter. Arjun Deshwal, does he get the bonus? Yes, he does.
Interesting where he picked up that bonus. Not often where he picks it up. He often takes it near the left corner. And between the left corner and the end, Coach Narendra Redu. Well, not the most animated coach you'll see, but they had an animated night a couple of nights ago against the Steelers, Suren. Yeah, it's going to take us a while to not talk about that game. There was so much that was happening on the Kabaddi mat, off the mat as well. Drama even before the game started, with what Coach Manpreet had to say, but this man, well, he let the emotions get the better of him. A rare instance, may I say.
And since we're talking about this match, and that was 2 nights ago, Nav, you and I have seen so much of these teams. We have been such avid sports followers. Arjun Deshwal will pick up another point. He gets a running hand touch on Shubham Shinde. And for every individual, every team, there's always that one moment where it lights a spark, a fire, which can turn into an inferno. And I'm very curious to see how Patna Pirates fare in their remaining matches as far as the league phase is concerned. Ayan Lochap, the best support raider, mind you, amongst all teams this season of PKL. He was woeful the other night. Devang got 13, and unfortunately, Ayan, who struggled in that first raid as well, will be sent off to the bench for the first time.
Very strange that your second raider ends up with 0 points on a night, which meant that Devang had to do so much more. Now he'll be hoping that he doesn't have to sort of do exactly the same tonight as well. Lochap visits the bench early on, a 3-point lead for the Pirates. Right on the money, the defense of the Jaipur Pink Panthers. 1-on-4 here. And with all the talk about Devang Dalal, Suren, Arjun Deshwal will quietly go about his work. And don't be surprised if he just sends a gentle reminder to the world and remind everyone as to why he continues to be the best in the game so far. Over the last 3 seasons, the man's averaging 13 to the game. That is just a ridiculous number. Nobody comes close, not a Pardeep, not a Pawan, not a Mani. Nobody is even close to what Arjun Deshwal has done from season 8 onwards.
Yeah, to be honest, he's been the most standout raider. When you talk of the last 3 seasons, no wonder he's been dubbed as the raid machine. He's already picked up 2 points, but for me, I think the big star for the Jaipur Pink Panthers in these first 5 minutes has been Ankush Rathi, who's picked up 2 tackle points. Vikash Kandola won't open his account.
Have a look at that. Now the 3 important men on the bench right now, Devang, Ayan and Shubham Shinde. Is it fair to say that we're in the Arjun Deshwal era? Yeah, we obviously had the Pardeep Narwal era for the first few years. Then we went to the Pawan Sehrawat era. Do-or-die raid here for the Jaipur Pink Panthers. 1-on-4, no bonus on offer. Speak about support raiders and Ayan Lochap. Neeraj Narwal isn't too bad himself.
Yeah, he's impressed one and all, hasn't he? For the Jaipur Pink Panthers, well, for a second you thought he'll manage to sneak through. And that Patna Pirates defense has been improving game after game.
1 point, Patna Pirates.
And with that, it's the first tackle point. And it was Ankit
Green card to
who
jersey
came in
number
with that
22, Patna
double thigh
Pirates.
hold, couldn't get anything, but then he got that assist. Well, Nav, it's a Patna Pirates game, and the first card has been handed out.
Do-or-die raid, Patna Pirates.
Right, another do-or-die raid. Here comes the wrecking machine, like we call him. He's just so hard to deal with as a raiding unit. But I love the conviction with which the Panthers have approached the mat
1
tonight.
point, Jaipur Pink
Not
Panthers.
second-guessing themselves. That's the second time they're sending Devang to the bench.
And the most important thing when you're trying to stop Devang is to have that confidence in your own skill. And Jaipur Pink Panthers have shown that. He's been sent off to the bench on 2 occasions already. He's picked up 1 point, which I think was the bonus. Once again, it's a 4-man defense against Vikash Kandola.
Experienced campaigner. He's moved around a few teams, Vikash Kandola, in recent times. And just unfortunately, the numbers haven't come from the season pro. Have a look at that. Ankush is really switched on. It was that ankle hold in the first attempt, and then now with that dash come block. It's quite brilliant.
And we always have seen the Raiders get to that individual milestone first of a Super 10. Ankush is already on 3 tackle points, and it's 100% tackle strike rate for Ankush. They've got to be wary of him at that left corner. No, you can't. Oh, jeez. Ankit went for that ankle hold on Arjun Deshwal. For a moment, I thought
Patna Pirates.
he won't succeed. But then the assist coming in. And it's Arjun Deshwal's turn now to visit the bench.
Yeah, listen, we always knew it was going to be a stiff test for both defensive units with 2 top raiders on either side. But are they switched on or what? 2 tackle points to the Pirates, 2 to the Panthers, and they've kept the 2 top raiders in the game quiet up until now. And how about this? Sudhakar comes in, a quick substitution made by the Pirates. He was mighty impressive. Well, who can forget that one visual of Sudhakar having a fabulous night in front of his family last season. Suren, it's moments like this that as an athlete you dream of, your family sitting in the stands, and you pull off one of the great nights in your career. We thought he'll be starting more often than not this season after being retained. Little did we know that they had a couple of gems waiting in the ranks.
Yeah, to be honest, I do feel that Patna Pirates should have unleashed Sudhakar, and that would have been some trio with Devang, Ayan, and also Sudhakar, who brings in a lot of speed. They've used Sandeep as that 3rd raider. Now Sudhakar comes in, a do-or-die raid. They were forced to make the substitution because Devang and Ayan were on the bench. Now how he fares in that do-or-die raid becomes crucial. Oh, he manages!
Number 10, 11.
Oh, it's a multi-point raid. Sudhakar turns up the heat for the Pirates.
Lucky Sharma and Neeraj Narwal will quietly walk off the mat because this little rock star from the south of India has just given us the best moment of the game so far. He is mighty athletic, all right. He's super fit, he's quick, and he's got a big heart.
Nav, and the technique, because his ankles were trapped. So he uses his arm to push himself to the midline. That's just great game awareness from Sudhakar. It's 5 apiece. 9 minutes down on that clock.
You know it's going to be close. Every single game, with everything that's at stake, both these teams absolutely in the hunt for the playoffs. And so you start to think that these games are going to be a lot more strategic than just going all out guns blazing. And as a result of that, they may not be as high scoring as what we've seen in the first month and a half of the league stages. Only because you want to be careful while playing an aggressive brand of Kabaddi. Because otherwise, with Arjun Deshwal and Devang Dalal on display, Suren, 10 minutes into a game, you wouldn't expect it to be 5-5.
Oh, you're on point there. I also wouldn't mind seeing a few empty raids from the Patna Pirates. Not every raid has to yield a point. Now a two-die raid, Vikas Kandola. Well, he tried to pick the bonus, but going in deep will not bode well. He's just asking for the bonus. Did any of the defenders also go out of the mat?
Both out. 1 point each.
1 point each, yes. I think maybe one of the defenders went out, did he?
Yes, please. Bonus plus point.
डिफेंडर आउट बोल
वो तो दिया हमने.
हाँ ओनली बोनस
Bonus. Okay.
ओनली 2 पॉइंट
TV umpire. Jaipur Pink Panthers challenge bonus point. Our decision 1 point each, no bonus. Please review.
No, is that a bonus? How clean was Vikas on that attempt? And they also have indicated that Deepak went out of bounds. He's a left raider, Vikas Kandola. Oh, that's pretty simple. It's one of the more easier decisions that the TV ref is going to have. Oh, wow. A fabulous camera angle, but I think Deepak's done well for himself.
Yeah, I don't see why that point was deducted.
No.
Or rather,
You know what? There's actually a split second, a fraction of a second, where his left foot just goes off the mat. Now, which is why it goes back to that whole thing about this is a really harsh rule. And I would imagine at some point after the season, this is a rule that needs a relook, because there's no way that this should be deemed out, even if his feet went off the mat for a split second.
Nav, that split second that you're talking about, I think the shoe is dragged on that mat. I don't think... Oh, there. Yeah.
Exactly.
At the very end of that visual is where his foot was in the air.
Yes. Okay. Review successful. Bonus plus point. Jaipur Pink Panthers.
Well, they do get the bonus.
Captain, you are returned your review.
And this could hurt the Patna Pirates. You're right, Nav. It's harsh. It's tough on the teams, considering that we've seen so many games, and Mumbai come to mind, where they played such close encounters, where it's come down to a point at the very last raid. The difference in a tie, a loss, and a win.
The defense is having a good night already.
Rated out.
Surjit
1
Singh
point, Jaipur Pink
locks
Panthers.
in on Ayan Lochap.
Forget about having a great day. Ayan
Time
Lochap
out.
isn't having a great week. And the Jaipur Pink Panthers have a slender 2-point lead as we head into our first strategic timeout. 8-6. The lead is with the Jaipur Pink Panthers, and that fight began a while ago. Though it is starting tomorrow from the 9th to the 19th, the fight for the playoffs. 6 spots up for grabs, 12 teams still in the fray on technicality, mathematical calculations. But take our word, every evening with 2 matches, you'll see a different points table. Tomorrow, it'll be the Haryana Steelers at the top of the table taking on the Telugu Titans, and then Puneri Paltan back in action against Dabang Delhi KC. But here's your chance to fly to Melbourne. Which of these teams has won the most number of PKL titles? Is it the Patna Pirates or the Jaipur Pink Panthers? Head on to glance.com to answer this question. What's the PKL All-Stars in Melbourne in summer? Unbelievable. But before the game, the build-up. Arjun Deshwal versus Devang Dalal. Arjun has picked up 2, Devang has picked up 1. It's actually the defense from both sides kept this match on a tight leash. 3 for Ankush Rathi, 2 for Ankit. 2 cornerstones of either defense.
Yeah, well, we were talking about the eras in the game of Kabaddi over the last 11 seasons, Suren. Pardeep Narwal till about up until maybe seasons 5, 6. Then it was Pawan Sehrawat for the next 2 or 3 seasons. Most certainly this man on your screen, Arjun Deshwal, for the last 3 seasons. He's had a massive impact on this game. And it'll be interesting to see how long does a Raider continue to perform at the peak of their powers in this game as a lead Raider, with it being so physical and a real test of fitness. Will be interesting. And don't be surprised if this man ends up at the top of the mountain this season. He very much is at the moment, Devang Dalal. Have a look at those numbers at the bottom of your screen. It isn't just Super 10s. For Devang Dalal, 15s are the Super 10s.
Yeah, he's a heavy hitter. We'll come back to Devang Dalal. It's a do-or-die raid. It's Neeraj Narwal for the Jaipur Pink Panthers in a defense of 5. He gets caught in that chain tackle. The Patna Pirates are matching tackle for tackle with the Pink Panthers. They're 4th as well.
Yeah, looks like the defense of both teams have gotten up on the right side of the bed today, because it's been rather quiet, and she feels it as well. Ouch! They can hurt those tackles. Sheer velocity. Now, look at this boy. He's a youngster with a lot of heart, and he's pretty rapid across the mat. But Reza Mir Bagheri's turn to get onto the scoreboard. His first point of the night.
And look at the aggression from this Iranian. He went in for that ankle, the left ankle of M. Sudhakar. And he gets his man, gets on the board. The Pink Panther still holding on. Look at his numbers versus the Pirates. I think 13 is Arjun's favorite number. His overall career numbers, averaging 13 rate points, and against the Pirates is the same.
He was the best Raider in season 9 when they went on to becoming champions. The MVP was the joint best Raider, the highest scorer last season, along with Ashu Malik. Unbelievable to see him just dominate the mat season after season. And let's also be honest, Pardeep Narwal, well, to be fair, is most certainly past his prime. Pawan Sehrawat has been marred by injuries over the last couple of seasons. We haven't seen the best of him in a while. Naveen Express, unfortunately, has been on the wrong side of injuries for a few seasons now, as he picks up Ankit here in the left corner.
Yeah, just continuing with our conversation on Arjun Deshwal, the other facet of his personality that has been very impressive. We spoke about those 2 seasons where he had such a huge impact. One of the seasons, Jaipur Pink Panthers also went on to lift the trophy. He leaves some gas in the tank for the playoffs, because he realizes that's where it really matters. Got to have a great season in the lead up to the playoffs. And then Jaipur Pink Panthers lifting the trophy. Devang gets Surjit.
1 point Patna Pirates.
And which is why I think the Panthers are going to be a serious threat should they make it to the playoffs. They come with a lot of experience. And Arjun Deshwal just knows how to turn it on a big occasion. As cliched as it sounds, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Arjun Deshwal just knows how to bring his A game when it matters most. And so for me, the Panthers are going to be in the top 6. That's the way I see it.
My only concern is Arjun Deshwal is captain this season. He'll have that added responsibility, the added pressure, alongside the fact that he is the primary raider for this Jaipur Pink Panthers side. Last year, it was Sunil.
Yeah, it's a good point you make, because even when they won that title in season 9, Sunil was the captain at the time. And so Arjun could focus on his raiding. And I get what you're saying. You know, they're missing just another senior pro in that camp. How much is going to lie on Arjun's shoulders? A lot of it can be taken off his shoulders should the defense come to the party, much like today. Ankush Rathi will obviously be an important cog in the wheel. For me, this man's just his attitude and his ability to just navigate situations and the skills he brings, quite outstanding. What an athlete he is.
He's only picked up that 1 point, which was Ankit in his previous raid. And to be honest, it's better than what he did against U Mumbai, where he only picked up 1 raid throughout the entire match. And we spoke about Sunil. Sunil clearly had an answer to what Arjun could be doing. Right, 4 minutes to go. And still Pink Panthers were marginally ahead. It's a do-or-die raid.
Jaipur Pink Panthers.
And it's not Arjun Deshwal. They've sent in Vikash Kandola. All right, it's taken quite a bit of time. You'll feel the pressure, but sometimes mistakes like that
Raider save.
could cost you big.
1 point Jaipur Pink
And
Panthers.
Vikash
Number 12
Kandola
out.
will be safe.
On this occasion, just the 1-pointer though. Tyagarajan and Yuvraj with an advanced tackle, so low,
Do-or-die raid.
that close to
Patna
the
Pirates.
midline. Never going to be easy. You're always fighting the odds. Now Devang Dalal. Only the 2 points so far. What does he have here? Does he have a bonus? He's still... Yeah, now he'll get the bonus, as straightforward as that. They wouldn't mind giving him. He hasn't
Bonus
caused the
point,
kind of
Patna
damage he has caused this season. They come in big numbers to the Pirates, the most successful team in the history of the league. We wouldn't mind raiding.
Yeah, they didn't have to roll the slow motion footage for us. That was as clear as day. There was a bonus point. Arjun Deshwal, has he got his man?
Raider save. 1 point Jaipur Pink Panthers.
Well, he does.
Number
Raider
9
safe. Another point for Arjun Deshwal. He's warming up, all right. Moves on to 4. And just looking at Devang Dalal, he's a big boy. And I'll tell you what, first rule, if you're a big man working out, is warm up. I think the first half for him is always a warm up. And look at that. Ankush had the answer in the first 10. And now Devang Dalal is turning it up.
Number 3 out.
Well, I liked how Ankush just took a look at the rest of the teams, asking his team, how in the world did you let me just
Substitution Patna Pirates. Please.
all by myself
Please
out
stop.
there?
Number 8
That's how
out.
tall he is
22
when
in.
he just sort of lies down between the back line and the midline. An extension of an arm and he's through past the midline. That's how big a unit he is. But you know, with all the praises that we're singing on Arjun Deshwal and Devang Dalal, no, I don't think... Oh, did Shubham go
Number
out?
69.
Did Shubham go out? Yeah, he did. He's in an unfamiliar position. He's in the right corner. He's in the left corner. He's a right corner specialist.
Number 22.
Oh!
22.
Oh, no.
22.
It's just messy from that Patna Pirates defense. 2 defenders went out of bounds. And those will be 2 easy points for the Jaipur Pink
Raider
Panthers.
save. 2 points Jaipur
Arjun
Pink Panthers.
Deshwal and the pressure he creates on oppositions. Look at that. Shubham Shinde was in the blue part of the mat. Then it was a raw super tackle situation. And Navdeep as well. That was a tough call. His heel was on the white part
Bonus
of the
point,
mat.
Patna Pirates.
That's a rough one for me, Suren. That was a rough one. I don't think Navdeep was past that. white line. I don't think he went into the lobby now, but that's okay. Rub of the green going in favor of the pink. Now they send Sudhakar to the bench. They're 1 point away from an all-out here. Slowly starting to break this game open. The two-time champions.
Devang Dalal is a lone warrior left on the mat for the Patna Pirates. Can he delay the inevitable? Can he revive a teammate? He will pick up the bonus. That's not a question. The only way Patna Pirates can bring someone on is by a revival. And Devang Dalal will be dashed out. Was it Surjit? Doesn't matter. Because that is the first all-out of this match at the stroke of half-time. And the Jaipur Pink Panthers now will take a sizable lead in this matchup.
First real lead for any team in this game. It's been just ticking along point by point all through the first half, and eventually right at the end of this 20-minute passage, it's the Panthers that now have a 6-point lead. Ankush Rathi, 3 points. Surjit Singh has a couple, but it's been a good night so far for the two left corners. Ankit on one side, Ankush on the other. When you get an ankle hold locked in on the biggest boy, well, you should be strong. He's a strong lad, Ankush. And this was on Ayan with the block and the chain along with Neeraj Narwal. It's been a riveting passage of play, really, these 20 minutes. We can't really say one team has dominated the other. Yes, the Panthers have a 6-point lead. You know it's going to change. Have a look at who's at the top, because that boy will still come to life in the second half.
He had 207 at the start of this game. He's picked up 6 points. He's well and far ahead of the next best raider. But to be honest, it's in the last 2 minutes that the Jaipur Pink Panthers really made the Patna Pirates pay, including that all-out, and they have a 6-point lead. But up next, Mumba. They'll want to move closer to that top spot in the points table, just behind the Haryana Steelers. Against the Gujarat Giants, they're up next. But Devang versus the Raid Machine. Arjun, 6 for Devang, 5 for Arjun. 20 more minutes remaining in this riveting match. one of the former champions, up in action. Sunil, he's already lifted the trophy in the past few seasons, but for the Gujarat Giants, it's do or die, it's now or never. They could bid goodbye to their playoff hopes if they lose this one against U Mumbai. That'll be the 100th match of this season of Pro Kabaddi. But before that, match number 99. I think it's going to be a humdinger with 20 minutes remaining on the clock.
Yeah, we're far from done. A 6-point lead for the Panthers. I don't think they're gonna be too easy because they have that lead. Dream 11 top picks, Ankit 88%. He's had a good start already with 3 points so far in the first half. Arjun Deshwal, Devang 88%.
I'm wondering who these 12% people are who do not have Devang in their sides.
Yeah, I'm surprised myself. He has 6 so far. He's the top scorer in the game up until now. In the first 10-minute passage was quiet, but both of them, including this boy, have just started to get it ticking along at a faster rate in the second passage of play. Now we're really getting into the business side of this game. Remember, both these teams very much in the hunt for the playoffs. The first dash didn't work out. The second line of defense coming to the rescue.
I don't think it was a clean block. In spite of that, it's the first successful tackle of the second half, which will be celebrated not only by the Patna Pirates, but also Sri Ram Finance.
Shubham Shinde. Well, Deepak wasn't all too impressive with that dash on a shot block. But Shubham Shinde right there where he needed to be to rescue his mate. Now Devang Dalal has got a long reach now, so Surjit better watch out. Better watch out! Exactly for that.
Look at Ankush, look at Ankush. Devang isn't tempting him. Oh, he finally throws a kick. And that is unexpected if you're Ankush. Because Ankush probably under the impression that Devang wants to pick the bonus from underneath his eyes. And then zone comes the kick. And Devang picks up a point.
Just look at how active, how zoned in you need to be when you're dealing with someone like a Devang Dalal. You can't put a foot wrong. For those 20 seconds in a raid, you need to be absolutely zoned in. Tiny little error and he'll make you pay, and that's what he did to Ankush, who's been great this evening.
It'll be very interesting now how Jaipur Panthers go about this, because the captain is on the bench, the best defender is on the bench. Ayan Lochab, substituted in the first half. He comes back, he's scoreless. He hasn't opened his account. And the scars of that performance against the Haryana Steelers still fresh. The defensive 5 with no bonus active. I think I get the feeling. Oh no! Lucky Sharma with an unlucky tackle. And with that, Ayan Lochab picks up his first point in a few days.
In a few days, you're being harsh on the left raider. He's been great all season long. He had a quiet last game. Now Neeraj Narwal. You know, when we were talking about Ayan Lochab and my apologies, Devang Dalal and Arjun Deshwal all along through the end of the first half. I'm sure there's a certain Ashu Malik watching very quietly and telling the world that, listen, I'm here as well. He's in fact right in between Arjun and Devang as far as the top raiders this season. Now you put him there as maybe one of the best raiders at the moment along with these two. Now do or die raid.
That's a dash. That's another point. Once again, the Patna Pirates making it count. This time on Vikas Kandola. They have edged the Jaipur Pink Panthers on tackle points. That's a brilliant move.
Top dash. It's now a 2-point game. The Pirates haven't picked up a single point in the second half. It was 12-18, it's 16-18. Ayan Lochab, only 3 of the Panthers surviving. Rob super tackle opportunity. What a time to clean house and get back in this game, or maybe even take a lead. He's picked him up. Made that look pretty easy.
1 point Patna Pirates.
what that will do to the confidence of Ayan Lochav as he picks up Surjit in that situation. Surjit tried to evade it for as long as he could, but Ayan Lochav, he is revving, and the Patna Pirates now have bridged the gap. It was a 6-point lead for the Pink Panthers at the end of half-time, and now they're marginally ahead, just 1 point ahead to be honest, and
Bonus point, Jaipur Pink Panthers.
Patna Pirates 2
Substitution
on the
for Jaipur
mat.
Pink Panthers.
They'd be eyeing
Number
that
10
all
out,
out
7 in.
to take the lead. 2 versus 1. That one happens to be Devang Dalal. Who's your odds-on favourite in this one?
Well, he's not going to give you time to complete your sentence, my friend. Devang didn't
Great
appreciate
save.
that.
1 point,
Yeah,
Patna Pirates.
wondering if that was a bit unnecessary. That aggression towards the end from Reza Meet Bagheri. Look at that. He's
Substitution
so
for Jaipur
tall.
Pink Panthers.
How do you deal with a Raider so
Number 7
tall?
out, 10 in.
That's a kick to the gut. That's a proper kick to the gut. Now, 1 versus 7. It's Neeraj Narwal. He's trying to save the all-out on his team. All 7 members. And it'll be done. Once again, Ankit coming in with a
Bonus
frontal
point, Jaipur
block.
Pink Panthers.
And that is
All out.
curtains
1 plus 2, 3
for the
points,
Jaipur
Patna
Pink
Pirates.
Panthers as they pick up the all-out.
And it's now going to
All in.
be the
Jaipur Pink
Patna
Panthers.
Pirates in the lead. We started the second half with the Panthers in the lead, but it's been all Pirates in the 5.5 minutes we've had in the second half. They're really ticking now. They have just a 1-point lead, but they're coming from a deficit of 6. And look at where they'll go should they win tonight. They'll go to number 2 on the points table. And who would have thought that we'll see the Pirates at number 2 50 days into this season, when we started this season with a fresh-looking Patna Pirates, Suren.
I don't want to talk about what my colleagues thought at that point of time about where they see the Patna Pirates at the end of the season.
I'll be honest enough in admitting that I didn't, well, this has become as a big surprise. They've been a breath of fresh air this season, and nobody saw what Devang and Ayan could do, but they've taken the world by storm.
I was with you in
1
that
point, Patna
meeting,
Pirates.
and we didn't really give the Patna Pirates a chance. But Arjun Deshwal once again visits the bench. This is hurting the Jaipur Pink Panthers. And Arjun has been kept quiet. He's been neutralized. That threat has been neutralized. And Deepak picks up his 3rd point. Now, here's another question. It's not the first season for Devang Dalal in Pro Kabaddi. He was part of this very side, the Jaipur Pink Panthers, for 2 seasons. Yes, it's understandable that he was overshadowed
Number
by the
6 out,
prowess
1 point, Patna Pirates.
of an Arjun Deshwal. But this breakout season, and look what this has done to the Patna Pirates.
Unreal. And again, I keep saying, you look at what Surjit just did there. Now, they make you look pretty silly, but you can't fault Surjit for trying what he does. But it's just that when you're dealing with such a big raider, the margin for error is that much lesser. Well, I'm trying to draw a parallel with cricket. When you play against the great batters, the margin for error as a bowler that much lesser. Much like that for Surjit and the defense of the Pirates, because he's so much taller. The reach in itself is such a big advantage for Devang Dalal.
And how has his partner fared? Ayan Lochav, he's picked up 2 points. Both those points coming in the second half. That'll be a 3rd one this time. He changes gears, accelerates, runs towards Ankush, gets the running hand touch.
Number 3 out.
Ankush goes to the
1 point,
bench.
Patna Pirates.
The Patna Pirates, they're red hot.
The Pirates have picked up 12 points in the second half. Only the 2 points to the Pink Panthers. That's how dominant the Greens have been in the 8 minutes so far. Look at Shubham Shinde. He's like a tiger waiting to pounce on its prey, swoop in. He's got some serious strength, Shubham Shinde. He's had a quiet night so far.
Yeah, Shubham Shinde did well to stay away from Neeraj Narwal. I think he was going in for that ankle hold. Now Shubham Shinde comes in with a quick raid. They're playing on the do-or-die raid because that's what's next for the Jaipur Pink Panthers as another
Do-or-die
main
raid.
machine.
Jaipur
Ajit
Pink
Chauhan
Panthers.
warms up for what will be a crucial game for the U Mumbai. Neeraj Narwal this time can't put in an empty raid. Does he get the running hand touch? He's claiming it.
Number 8 out.
He'll get it.
1 point Jaipur Pink Panthers.
He gets Ayan Lochap. 10 minutes remaining. What a close encounter this has been.
Faint touch on the shoulder of Ayan Lochap. Excellent from Neeraj Narwal. He's picked up 3. Vikas Kandola 2. Arjun Deshwal just the 5. Quiet for his standards. Now Devang once again, no bonus.
There are a few constants, a few certain truths in life. Devang Dalal getting a super 10. He might not have got that in that particular raid,
Get it out.
but he's already on
1
9.
point Jaipur Pink Panthers.
And Devang Dalal, he's bleeding now. Probably in the middle of that tackle. Might
Time
have
out.
gotten elbowed. But the Patna Pirates have done well in the 10 minutes that we've seen in this second half. 2 points ahead, 24-22. Patna Pirates and Jaipur Pink Panthers locked in battle. But the 100th, the century match of PKL Season 11 will see the West Coast Derby. It's U Mumbai up against Gujarat Giants. U Mumbai would be runaway favourites going into this game.
West Coast Derby. Now that's a first. There he is, just about getting ready. Getting battle ready. Sunil Kumar, the most successful captain in the history of the Pro Kabaddi League. In Dream 11 starting 7, Ajit Chauhan, Manjeet and Zafar Danish. Sunil Parvesh, Rinku Sombir, as solid, as consistent a 7 as you'll ever see. Guman, Rakesh as the 2 main raiders for the Giants. Now we just saw Devang Dalal and just get a bit of a cut at the top of his nose before the break. He's got that taped up. This was a back kick to send Ankush Rathi to the bench.
Ankush Rathi got 2 tackles. Initial phase of the match on Devang Dalal, 2 ankle holds. But this is what it all boils down to, the final 10 minutes of this matchup. Jaipur Pink Panthers trailing by 2. Maybe that strategic timeout was a blessing in disguise for them, just to regroup, figure out their strategy in the final phase. Well, it's not coming off. It's not coming off. How quick
Get it out.
was that from
1
Shubham
point
Shinde?
Patna Pirates.
I think it was Ankit that made first contact, but you're right, Shubham Shinde with the assist was extremely important because Ankush was made to reach out to the raider. You're never going to have a strong hold, and Shubham Shinde comes in with the rescue act. That point will go to Ankit though. With that, he'll go to a high five. but Shubham Shinde deserves that
Jersey number
point.
1 out.
As Ayan
1
Lochap
point,
very
Patna
quietly
Pirates.
gets his 4th point.
Ayan Lochap, what a return to form. Forget about how many points he scored. Look at when he's come into raid for the Patna Pirates. These have been very crucial raids. Right, once again, Vikash Kandola. He's only picked up those 2 raid points. It's a full-strength Patna Pirates with a Shubham Shinde, an in-form Shubham Shinde.
Substitution for
that
Jaipur
right
Pink
corner.
Panthers. Please come. Number 88 out, 44
Just
in.
talking about the Patna Pirates and Devang Dalal, he's once again a point away from a Super 10. This has become a constant feature.
And it hasn't even felt like he's had to try something out of the ordinary. If anything, it's been a night below par for Devang Dalal, and he's on the verge of a Super 10. It just puts into perspective what a machine he is. Now the raid machine's on the other side, but Devang Dalal, like Suren put, is a mean machine himself.
Yeah, look, both these sides, they managed to inflict an all-out each. The Jaipur Pink Panthers right now with only 4 on the mat. If they get all out again, that could be curtains for them in this match. Arjun Deshwal, only 5 for him tonight. Remember, he picked up 1 point against U Mumbai the other night. It goes from bad to worse for Arjun. The 4th occasion
1 point,
that
Patna
the
Pirates.
Patna Pirates have managed to pin Arjun onto the mat.
And it goes from good to better for the defense of the Patna Pirates. That back hold, and then look at the assistance. Arkam Sheikh comes in. 10 tackle points for the Pirates in comparison to only the 5 for the Panthers. Now Devang Dalal, when he has so much space to work with, when there are less number of defenders, you're running into his territory. It's a walk in the park. It's a jog in the park. 9.9 out of 10 times Devang's going to come back with points when there are only 3 on the mat.
I don't know if it was Arjun
Substitution for
Deshwal
Jaipur
or
Pink
the coach
Panthers.
Sanjeev
Number 6
Balyan who
out,
said,
22 in.
why did you have to go for that tackle? Shrikant Jadhav, he's been brought on as a substitute. They need a raid point. He might have just picked up the bonus, but tantalizingly close to an all-out of the Jaipur Pink Panthers. That'll give the Patna Pirates a huge
Jaipur Pink
advantage.
Panthers.
Another thing that has just gone under the radar, Devang Dalal has picked up another Super 10. Last 6 matches, he's picked up a Super 10 in every game. His 13th overall in this season of PKL. Well, he's claiming another one on Shrikant Jadhav. 2 Raiders are never going to come to terms.
He's just too good. Now Shrikant Jadhav is okay going for the review. I'm not too sure if he's too convinced. That isn't the most convincing appeal.
Yes, please, what is your name? No touch point. Okay, please wait. TV umpire, Jaipur Pink Panthers challenge, no touch point. Our decision, 1 touch point. Please review.
No, he got the touch all right. Now Shrikant Jadhav said there wasn't anything on me. I thought there was more conviction in the body language of Devang Dalal in comparison to Shrikant Jadhav. Where was the touch?
I don't see it. I don't see it. Though this might not be the best angle to gauge that. Might have to go to a lateral angle. Yeah, this... Well, he did. That should be... It's just on the shorts
Yes.
of Shrikant Jadhav.
Okay. Review unsuccessful. 1 touch
And
point.
rightly
Patna
said,
Pirates. Captain,
It's
your
the
review is
point
on,
for
no
the
more
Patna
reviews.
Pirates. Devang Dalal. We expected it, and it's happened. He's hurting the the Jaipur Pink Panthers. Beg your pardon.
Just a sensitive touch there.
Oh, stop it, Nav. They've taken a 6-point lead. Make that 9, because this is the second all-out
Bonus point, Jaipur Pink Panthers.
on the
All out,
Jaipur
1 plus
Pink
2, 3 points,
Panthers.
Patna Pirates.
They did pick up the bonus. Jaipur goes to 24. Patna will move to 32.
Jaipur.
At 5 minutes remaining, the Pirates
Substitution for Jaipur
are
Pink Panthers.
looting the
Number 44
Panthers.
out, 6 in.
That's about the best way to describe this. eluding the Panthers. And all is well. And sanity continues to prevail on this planet because Devang Dalal continues along his merry ways.
You know who the Pirates should be thanking? Take a wild guess.
The Haryana Steelers.
Yeah, I was going to say Coach Manpreet. The Haryana Steelers.
No bonus.
If you're a fan of the Patna Pirates, you want to see them in the playoffs, you got to thank Coach Manpreet. The way he got in their head, it might have just galvanized this Patna Pirates into proving a point. And they've taken down one of the favorites of the season, of the league.
Walking
Still
the
not
beast
done.
inside.
Oh, absolutely. They might have just woken up the team and the devil amongst all these players, especially Devang Dalal.
No bonus.
Not his sweat. He's shown his tears probably, maybe in the hotel room. And now he's also shed blood.
It's unreal the passage of play they've had over the last 15 minutes. Because the Panthers were 18 at the halfway mark. They're 24, they picked up 6 points. While Devang Dalal and the Pirates have picked up 19 points.
Number 3 out. 1 point.
In fact,
Patna
not
Pirates.
even 19, 21. 21-6 in the last 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's been a tale of two halves for Ankush Rathi. His first 3 attempted tackles were all successes. The next 4, they've been horrid. 7 tackles and just 3 tackle points. Neeraj Narwal,
Raiders
though,
save.
Shubham
1 point.
Shinde's
Jaipur
error
Pink Panthers.
will get him a point.
Number 69
But Jaipur Pink Panthers, now, to be honest, for them, they should be looking at making sure that the deficit is below 7 so that they can at least walk away with 1 point. Though, with 3 minutes remaining, look, anything is possible. We have seen that. Forget about the overall season just this past week. Things can be overturned. But first, you need to stop this man on your screen.
Look at how many times he attempts that touch on the right cover on Sujit. Uses his height to good effect.
Raiders save. 1 point. Patna
You know what he
Pirates.
does?
Number 11 out.
Is more than him trying to get a touch on the defense. He often waits for an error to come from the defense. That's what happened there.
I think it's the pressure that he creates in the minds of the defenders. And that's Jaipur's 11th failed tackle of the second half. That is unreal
Number
stuff.
33. Please.
That is unreal.
Raiders save. 1 point. Jaipur
He
Pink
picks up
Panthers.
Arkam Sheikh, Neeraj
Number
Narwal
33 out.
for his 5th point. He's now on equal terms with Arjun Deshwal.
It's unreal how important an asset it is to be a tall raider and to have that kind of strength in your legs and your ability to move at that kind of pace with that height is a serious combination. It's what makes him a proper threat in the game. Well, we keep talking about whether there is a near perfect build for a raider. One would imagine if Devang Dalal comes close to that. It just reminds me of those conversations that would happen back in the day if Michael Phelps
1 point,
had
Patna
by
Pirates.
far the most perfect build for a swimmer. To have the kind of success that he did over the years and to become the most decorated athlete of all
Timeout.
time.
Patna Pirates.
Right now, he's leading the Patna Pirates not only to victory, but also they'll feel confident that they could be in the playoffs. But take a look at that. It was 18-12 at the end of 20 minutes, and post that, 23 points for the Patna Pirates, while only 8 for the Jaipur Pink Panthers. More importantly, they found an answer to the Arjun Deshwal puzzle, but this one, the 100th match, is coming up next.
Mumba versus the Giants fighting for survival. Mumba hoping to get to number 2 on the points table. Back to this game, it almost feels like the Panthers haven't turned up in the second half. They've just been kept quiet, made to be quiet, and they've had no answer. Absolutely brilliant from the Pirates.
The other way to look at it, and that's a question I'm posing to you, are the Patna Pirates a team that's better in the second half compared to the first? Well, clearly they're giving you evidence and proof for that.
Raiders out. 1 point.
But they
Patna
were, what,
Pirates.
12 at the end of 20? They were matched 23 and we still have a minute and 10 seconds left.
To your point, the Panthers should really focus on picking up that 1 point. Every point worth its weight in gold in the context of the playoffs. It's getting really hot as far as the points table is concerned. They'll be dejected if they walk away with nothing at all. I'm not too sure the Pirates are interested in giving them even a 1-pointer. 10 points the lead. Devang will roll the clock down. He has another 14-point night.
It's a big night. It's a big night for Devang. What a comeback from the Patna Pirates. What a comeback from this superstar, Devang Dalal.
Number 9 out, 1 point.
It's
Jaipur
a
Pink
10-point
Panthers.
deficit that'll come down to 9. Could possibly have 2 more raids in this matchup. Remember, a team, in spite of losing the game, can still pick up a point if the score difference between the two sides is less than 7. Right now, it's a 9-point deficit.
Number 1 out,
Will once again go
1
to
point
10.
Patna Pirates.
And Reza Mir Bagheri will be that point for Ayan Lochap. How good has this comeback for Ayan Lochap been?
Yeah, quiet all along, but he has 5 points so far. This could well be the final raid of the
Bonus
game.
point, Jaipur
In
Pink
fact,
Panthers.
Arjun comes back with a 1-pointer. But not too sure if it's going to help the cause too much. Ayan Lochap, in all possibility, will come in for this final raid. But it's a good time to beat Devang Dalal. 14 points once again, headlining the act for the Patna Pirates. We're 15 days away from Christmas, but he's having a merry time here in season 11 of the Pro Kabaddi League.
Raider save, 1 point
And just
Patna
like
Pirates.
that, the
Number 3
Patna
out.
Pirates pick up a convincing 10-point lead over the Jaipur Pink Panthers.
Match over.
Well, Devang Dalal has led the Patna Pirates charge against the Panthers, and they do the double. Yes, it's a double victory. And the Jaipur Pink Panthers, what a horrid second half they've had after inflicting the all-out in the first half, enjoying a 6-point lead. They go down as the winning moment for the Patna Pirates will be celebrated by one and all. And Sriram Finance, the Patna Pirates will move northwards on the points table. But it's the usual normalcy once again, and Devang Dalal, he'll have a lot of friends in that Jaipur Pink Panthers unit, having played for them for 2 seasons. What do you make of this win for the Pirates?
Just convincing, I think. If anything, they've just very quietly made light work of the Pink Panthers. Truth be told, I expected this to be a lot closer with 2 top teams. Not a 10-point margin at all. But have a look at that second half. Like we said, the Panthers have barely turned up. And it's been all green in the second 20. 26 points in comparison to just the 10 from the Panthers. A good all-round performance in defense and offense. Ayan Lochap contributing once again. Ankit Jaglan had a great night in the left corner. And we now have a new number 2 on the points table. UP Yodhas, Mumba, they move down to make way for the Patna Pirates.
Well, it could be short-lived, because the next match, the 100th match of season 11 of Pro Kabaddi League, will see the Mumba take on Gujarat Giants. And if Mumba win, they will take back that second spot from Patna Pirates, unless the Gujarat Giants want to make sure that it's not a happy night for Mumba. But congratulations to the Patna Pirates, as Gujarat Giants get ready to take on their western neighbors.
Hey Gaurav, really want to wish you all the very best for out of Road Academy and potentially be all-rounders wearing the blue of Team India. I remember the time when college and Gaurav Diman was scoring centuries for fun and breaking wickets, and I can't wait to see stars coming from Road Cricket Academy. Thank you for doing what you do for the game, and hoping that I can come by and visit the boys as well. All the very best.